Island
Popping
Style.
on your TV.
And now, Urban and Island Style.
It's time for Urban and Island Style. Auntie
Island Style.
Urban and Island
Urban
Style.
and Island Style.
Get ready. Auntie Taz.
Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Popping on the TV, Urban Island Style. Boy, la 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 da. Auntie Taz. Boy, la 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 da. Auntie Taz. Popping on your TV, Urban Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Popping on your TV, Urban Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Urban and Island Style. Urban Island Style. Urban and Island Style.
Urban and Island Style.
And aloha. Well, mahalo for having us here today. My name is Kehaunani, and I am part of the MAHI'AI MAKEKE, our Farmers and Crafters Market in Chez. And we're going to start off today just showing you a little something of what we share at our market every Saturdays, 8 to 12. So I'm going to introduce our beautiful Mitch Keppa here, who's
Hey, good morning.
Joins us every Saturday and just so gracious with his leo and his voice and sharing some of his aloha that he has. Also, we're gonna introduce the beautiful Temehani, and she's gonna do a beautiful hula.
Aloha Maui. Here's a song written by Auntie Irmgard Farden. A song called Pua Mana.
Mahalo for joining us for a new episode of Urban and Island Style, the show with your host, Auntie Taz. Every episode, I interview transplants to Maui that are doing something different and creative for the island, covering topics from urban culture, hair, fashion, island activities, nightlife, Hawaii history, business concepts, and more.
Just an oldie but goodie. Show and tell, just a game. When I wanna say I love you. Show me, tell me when I wanna go. Oh, here is the life that long to hold. Oh, in you so. Yeah, show and tell, just a game I play. When I wanna say I love you. Show me, tell me you belong to me. Yes, sir. Well, here is the life that I long for, my love. Oh, show and tell, just a game I play when I wanna say I love you. Show me and tell me I love you so. Oh, here is the life that I long for with you, my love. Yeah, show and tell, just a game when I wanna say I love you. Show me, tell me when I won't be home. Well, here is the life that I long for with you, my love. Yeah, yeah, show and tell, just a game I wanna say. Show me and tell me you love me when I wanna say, yeah, I believe in love. Oh, oh, show and tell, just a game when I wanna say I love you. I'll be seeing you early in the morning. I still be loving you, yes sir. I might have to run all the way, yeah, because the bus might be late today. Yeah, yeah. Have to hold on, hold on. I've got to hold on, yes, yeah.
Aloha mai kako. Welcome back to another episode of Urban and Island Style. I'm your host, Auntie Taz. I am super excited today to have these two special guests with us today. To my right, I have Miss Kehaunani King. She is actually the one who founded and started up the MAHI'AI Makeke craft fair in Chez, which takes place on Saturdays, every Saturday from 8 to 12, right behind the movie theater at Kukui Mall. And over here on my left, I have Uncle Mitch Keppa. He is here with his tunes and his soul and his male energy to join us in this talk today. So, if you don't know, everybody, I am a craft fair vendor. I'm sure you do know. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the time to talk story with one of the people who actually run and facilitate one of the best craft fairs on the island. If you haven't been there, you really should come. And that is Kehau. Hi, Kehau.
Aloha.
Aloha. Can you tell us who Kehau is? How did you come to be someone who opens and facilitates the craft fair?
Okay, well, thank you, mahalo, for having me. This is such an opportunity because I do love the craft fair, our farmers market. So, first of all, my name is, actually some of you know me as Melanie, but they call me Kehau, Kehaunani. And I'm born and raised in Kihei, right in Kihei, right there in that area. We can trace back to many, many generations of my ohana, whose ancestors who have been from that area as far as Maui too. It really came about was through COVID. I think a lot of people made some changes through COVID.
Sure.
And what it did, it helped me kind of set back and think about, okay, now what am I going to do? Jobs were changing, and thought about what was important. And the food source came back to me, and I once went into farming a little bit with my uncle, and that immediately kind of struck up that I needed to, first of all, get my son, who was 15 years old, in doing something productive and not being at home, like we say, on video games or whatnot.
Sure.
And so he went back and he started to help our uncle to farm. And from that, he's gonna be a part of an owner of a farm, and it kind of just evolved to, okay, we're gonna farm. We're going back to farming. So I said, perfect. And through that effort, it was just maybe for about 5-6 months, we started doing that. And he is a visionary. He's shared a lot of his visions in Hawaii and Maui particularly too, and helped out. And he kind of had that vision that he said, we need to give back. We need to give back to the farmers. And for all that they were doing, which my family, our household benefited from that, was, farmers were just giving up a lot to help feed our island and feed our people. And he had an opportunity, and thanks to Coldwell Banker and Kukui Mall, we were able to set up shop, I guess if you want to say,
yes,
there. And I started with a table like this with a single sign that said, become a vendor. And honestly, people would drive around and they thought it was really odd, like, this is strange. Why is this girl, what are you guys doing here? Yeah. And we would bring our vegetables, whatever we had, and it kind of just started from there. And here we are over 2 years later and talking to you about it.
Wow.
It's still going.
That's great. So I'm hearing you say the craft fair was kind of a solution to the challenge that a lot of people were facing here on Maui with COVID, but not only that, it gave like kind of focus to your son and giving him something to do or something to funnel his visionary energy into, like with the farming and everything.
Yes, no, for sure. I think, the intent was just, let's create the market, like everything, not really knowing what was gonna unfold out of it. And it was, first of all, it started just with the farmers. But being a single mom for so many years, I've always had to do different things to make things work. I was a seamstress, I made jewelry, and sold all kinds of foods or whatever not, and so it became a place where everyone could come, people could come and bring on their talent and share that, if Maui made talent, yes, and make a means to live. That's Absolutely. Really what it was, is people needed to find a means to live and survive. And so with the graciousness of our farmers that come down from where they do, all the way down to sunny Kihei, it was a lot. So we've got, I love our farmers, I love our vendors all together, and we've become quite an ohana.
For
Mitch.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For
Well, you
sure.
know that you've shared that with us.
Yeah, and I'm still relatively new. I'm actually going on, I think, week 10
Yeah.
there.
But but like you were saying with my son, it was, and I saw other teens and younger kids coming with their parents during that time because we really didn't. School was in session.
Sure.
And the idea of financial literacy really kind of just came into that. And for me, it was just seeing that because I try to incorporate that with our family and having the insight of knowing what's going on in today with our money and how can we survive.
Yes.
Well, so money's a big thing.
It is.
And so I saw a lot of young children that were making all kinds of art, selling art, and now they're trying to understand what it takes to make the household run, and what was their contribution to the family. So I there was just a lot of great things till today that I still see that are just inspiring.
Sure. Well, I know one of my favorite things as a vendor is when I'm at my booth and I can hear the sounds of Uncle Mitch when he's there singing. So, Uncle Mitch, how did you become a part of the craft fair? Did you get a special invitation, or were you once a vendor? Tell us who you are and tell us about your journey to become a part of the Ohana.
Yeah, that was very interesting. I was invited to come and play. I had an opportunity to come and play at the key market, and the connection was Kehaunani. So I called Kehaunani. I said, "Hey, I'm available. I can, do this thing." And then I did it once, and I did it twice, and then pretty soon it was like, "Hey, this is cool."
Yeah.
I loved it. The vibe was good. So I kept doing it, and pretty soon, I was in this Ohana feeling.
Yes.
Like. And things were working. You got all the crafts, you got the culture, you got music. So this whole thing, I could see, every time I'm on stage, I can see people smiling. They pass right in front of me. I'm singing, they're all happy.
Yes.
But we know when you're happy, the wallet comes out.
That's right.
So, I said to myself, well, maybe that's my duty, is make sure I get the music going good, people feeling good.
Yeah.
People stay longer, they shop longer, they spend more time. Whereas the other way, I noticed that if it's hot, people go one round and gone. But I would tell them, okay, one round, okay, take a break, get a drink, get something to eat, second round, get your steps in. But I would feed the music. And my part was, I knew my part was sharing the music, good vibes, it's gonna work. And sure enough, every time when I would leave, when I'm done, my ohana, the farmers was giving packages of groceries, veggies, all kinds of gifts, chocolate, everything. So we just kept going. I didn't ask for that, but I just keep playing what I know best, is to share my music. Yes. And I saw community, and I care about community. That's one thing about me. I know I care about community. Community is what I can do. I can work on community. I cannot do what's going on in Russia or the war out there. They'll leave it to the politicians, but for our own community, I'm down. That's something I got a little bit more control of, and I want to be there and I want to be part of this. So Keo had allowed me to do this, and it's been a beautiful relationship and a beautiful thing to give back to the community. So I just want to keep that going.
Definitely, and we do appreciate it. It is so important to have music, because music is an element that binds us all. Like, we can all come in on a vibration, on a note, and meet, in a common place where we can all just be happy and kind of love on each other.
Oh, yeah.
And it feeds into, like, for my craft fair booth, it's a lot going on if you walk in my booth, but we have this whole look good, smell good, feel good motto that we try to provide every time we come out, whether it's just like smiling at people, giving hugs sometimes. Some people ask for like prayer requests in our booth. Wow. If they come in and try on, some of the oils and they smell good, or put a flower in their hair, or, braid their hair. So it like boosts their self-esteem. So I was so appreciative to find out that it was there, because I have been living in Kihei for years and I didn't even know that it was there. So can you talk to me about, you said you kind of just put a sign up there to say vendors, welcome, or come and be a vendor. What are some other ways since you've started that we've gotten the word out about the booth? And are you still accepting applications? Are you still welcoming in new vendors?
Yeah. Well, first of all, yes, we started out with just the table, and again, not realizing what endeavor this really was, and with marketing, everything, not playing that out, right? And so little by little, we just got a little sign, and then another little sign, and those signs have changed, and then now you put up a poster, and so that's a regular as far as the area location. We also have an Instagram. It's actually The Market 808.
The Market, like D-A Market 808. Yes. Okay.
And we're on Facebook as well, so you can go find us on Facebook at MAHI'AI MAKEKE. And it's a long name, but I'm not gonna change it. I always said I won't change it, because a lot of times we try to change things to simplify or make it easy for people to use and say, and there was a purpose with that meaning, so I left it like that. Yes. But and as far as vendors, we're always open to vendors. We have a good location, a good area that can fit a lot of vendors, so it may seem like there's not enough, but we can definitely open up for more spaces. So we have anywhere from from 35 to 40 vendors almost every week.
Yeah, it's a nice mix. And then when you're there, Uncle Keppa, how long are you actually playing for? Are you playing the whole time?
Well, I used to do an hour and 15 minutes and one session, and then sometimes we had other artists come, but all of a sudden I kind of took over. Where I'm like from 2 hours.
Yes.
So 9:15 to about 11:15. It's kind of my partner always asks me, hey, what time we start? I said, first song, 9:15. But then I've broken it up. I play a set, and then take a little break, pause, and then come back and play another set. So people, they think sometimes I'm done, but I just take a break and come back on another strong set. So keep it going. My feeling is to keep it going, keep the good mood. It's a mood changer, it's like, so I do 2 hours, and I take a little break, and then when you come back again, it's fresh, it's new, okay, let's pick it up again, so. it's fun doing that.
Yeah.
And it's fun watching people just have a good time because they let you know. They let you know, they pass by, all the smiles of the children, they come, and everybody, all ages come by, all cultures. I'm always asking, hey, where you from? And I want to know where they come from. They come from all over.
Yeah.
And you know, we like our Malahinis come by and support our craftsmen, you know, the people that do beautiful, unique crafts, and everybody's an artist. So we support that for our community. So it's a very strong community activity that I totally is behind.
Right. And just as a, you know, a man, and are you a kapuna?
Well, I'm 66.
Okay. I just saying, you know, you look so young, so that's why I wanted to ask.
I'm not sure what the definition of kapuna is. Is it age or is it knowledge? But I've been on Maui.
That's a good question. Is it age or is it knowledge?
Well, you know, I do know a few things. But one of the interesting things I want to just share real quickly.
Absolutely.
I've been here over 40 years, almost 42 years. And I wondered to myself, wow, how can someone live in the same place for that long?
Yeah.
People go all over. Well, I said to myself, you know what? I finally know the reason why I've been here this long. And here's the secret. 20 minutes, you're down to the beach, you get all sandy and wet. 20 minutes, you're back all clean, and you're done watching Netflix. So that 20 minutes, you can see the ocean from where you're at.
Yeah.
I've been to other places. You can't see the ocean. You know, so that 20 minutes back and forth, that's the reason why I'm on Maui.
That's right. I love seeing the ocean too. I remember when I'm like a very visual person, very intentional. So before I even got here, I made like a vision board. And I put on the vision board that I wanted to be able to pass the ocean going to or from work, right? And so, just like you said, no matter which direction you're going, no more than 20 minutes, you know, and you will find some water.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I love that.
Oh,
I love it. One thing that I heard you say that I kind of want to unpack a little bit is you talked about financial literacy. How does financial literacy play into your decision to have your son, I'm gonna say his name, have your son, you know, go ahead and expand his knowledge from having his hands and turning over dirt, is what we call the mainland. Like you turn over the land or turn over the dirt, meaning you're planting seeds and growing, you know, farmers, to being able to apply that to a business concept so you can understand that you can get cash from
make a living.
Yeah, from the things that you do.
Yeah. Well, you know, like if I think about it, like again, I have 6 children, and they were always being voluntold, maybe, you know. I mean, our children are told to do something voluntold.
I love that.
And I think, you know, and the son that I'm talking about, that's my last, number 6, and you know, everybody's kind of gone off, and here he is still, I want to say, carrying the brunt. He really is, right? Of carrying still mom's rules. But so they were always doing things. They were always doing things in the community, a lot of things like that, farming, I guess labor intensive or not, right? It was just the way of life. For me, it was a way of life. For our new generation, it's hard for them to wrap that around because things are done so much easier, and we have technology that does things for us, to think for us. Whereas before, it was our manual labor and efforts that really made what you needed. And so with him, he's able to see now from the farm, all of this effort that we've been doing, bringing it here to the people. I mean, there's just so much that comes just from that, right? And of course, seeing how much you can make, I'm always, you know, oh my gosh, you guys, if you just do this, look at, you guys can help pay your rent, or you can help buy your shoes, or, you know, just always trying to set an example. But it's the effort. It's the putting in the effort. So with Mahi'ai coming out, he helps at the market. You guys see him, right? He's like the one that helps put up the tents and helps all the vendors. And even that, people are just kind of astounded, like, oh my God, he's helping me?
Yeah.
Sadly, because we don't see that enough around here sometimes, where people just open, want to help each other. In addition, he's able to converse with people with clear sentences and not talk the way they text, kind of thing, and so he's able to do that. He's able to look at people in their eyes and talk to them, not at their feet, or and so these are those little things that sometimes we don't pay attention to, us makua or elder or older, parents, whatever you want to call. Sometimes we need to really look at that as, how are they interacting within their community? Because that can really hold people back in their whole life.
Sure.
From, fulfilling or doing something they want to do is just that, like this.
Yes. Talking,
just being here.
Yeah.
But no, so in Mahi'ai, and then he has all his friends that come there. We have other people's young kids that are still in school and doing other things, and he's seeing that they're stepping out of their shell, being building up their confidence, selling their crafts, and I think it's just overall it's just a good experience. And the financial literacy comes with understanding how money is being moved and what people are coming for. What are in today's world right now? What is so important now?
Yeah.
Is it the things that make us, or is it
experiences?
The experiences.
Yeah.
And the things that we eat. We've come across COVID, where now having such a healthy a healthy body is.
It's important.
Much more important than maybe we took for granted before.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm like Mitch was saying that our farmers are so gracious and they constantly give, and it's not just to us. I see them give to the customers. We have regular customers that come there and they only want to shop at that farmer.
Yes.
With that farmer.
Yes.
We know where it's coming from.
Yeah. It's not sprayed.
No,
it hasn't been frozen, pre-packaged, shipped.
No. And they, everybody at our market has aloha. So, and I always say that at the beginning, to share, because people want to know. And so with the farmers, they explain how to cook the food. There's a lot of things that are brought there we've never seen before. Can't even believe it's grown here on Maui. So, overall, it's just an experience, I think, for everyone.
So I hear you saying that Mahi is building confidence because he's able to go out and speak to people of different ages and look eye to eye and not feel less than, but feel a part of, which if you watch too much social media or you watch too much TV or anything like that, it's easy to start trying to compare yourself to someone, or find a reason to go into your little shell and feel like you can't relate to people. But in him being able to have the opportunity to come out and ask for the booth fee, he's the person that collects the money. Like, mommy's not just doing this. We, receive seed for this, and then we take that seed and we plant it somewhere else so that it can grow as well.
Yeah.
My question to you, Uncle, because this is a huge thing, not just on the island, but definitely in the mainland, where, as Keha said, she is raising a male child into a man, and she's a single mom. As a man, Kapuna, what are your thoughts on what Mahi's learning, through the avenue of, what he does at the craft fair? How do you think that builds him?
Well, I like that example, and I see him too. I see him because he pays me too, right?
Yeah.
He gives me the money.
Oh, nice.
So he's learning skills. So one of my first thoughts that came to mind when you said that was, we are building relationships. Everybody I meet, building relationships, really important for us humans. And so is he. There's no adults. He's part of the whole community too. So he too has a voice. He too is trying to find his way in this world.
Yes.
So I feel like the relationships that we build are so important to us, all of us, and he is included. We cannot exclude any of the children. I love to see all generations working together at the same time,
Yes.
learning all of it at the same time.
Yes.
Why do we have to separate? I feel like, hey, because when I have one luau, I like be there, and I like my children be there, I like their children be there, and we all sing and dance all together. So I kind of see that community like that. And the market is like a small microcosm of that, what goes on. And so only good things go on.
Yeah.
So activities and learning skills. For me, like you said, as a man, my first thing is like, man, we all gotta learn some skills. We gotta increase our skills to get to these places. So him learning finances, him learning how to talk to adults, him learning business, that's all good values that you learn in this microcosm. So play on.
Absolutely, I love that, and that's huge. And I really appreciate your feedback on that, because I'm not a parent, and so I have a perspective that I see as well. When I first came in contact with your son, Mahi, first of all, I did not know he was 15 years old. That is fantastic, but he has a commanding presence that's very humble and gentle and kind. But he has purpose, like he walks with purpose. At 15, that stood out to me. But again, I didn't know he was 15 until just now. That's amazing. But to see him, you know, the task that he has. The reason I started my business is because I thought if I ever become pregnant, then I wanted to have something that I could use to teach my children economics. I wanted to have a tool that I had, you know, a nice amount of control over, where I didn't have to necessarily send them like to a daycare or something. They could be in the booth. I didn't have to have them wondering about how they were gonna make money for cheerleading or a sport, or they're like participating in a contest off island that they need to get to. I didn't want them to have to worry about doing something illegal or otherwise that wouldn't represent themselves and our family well for money. You know, but I was so concentrated on like making sure I had a husband first and all that kind of stuff. Like the window, like I just went through life and I've never even experienced, you know, and so when it's dear to me because I see what I wanted to accomplish, like in front of me when I see your son. And then your daughter came before too, that I saw, and I was just like, wow, this is it. Because you know, in my booth, who's there? It's not even just the younger generation, but what happens, at least in America, you know, I'm from the mainland, when you get to a certain age, America wants you to throw away your elders almost. It's like, forget about them. Don't take care of them. Don't have places for them to go, things for them to do, something to keep their mind active so it doesn't slow down, you know? And so I'm like, it's me and my mom, you know? So it's not just a vehicle that we can use to raise up the younger generations, but also to keep close our elders, our seniors. And so I really love that. I'm so appreciative of what you've done with the market there, and just, there are different markets on the island, but they all have a different feel. They're run different ways, but what's nice about yours is there really is that sense of like ohana. And there's so much diversity, you know, whether it's in age or ethnic background or where you're from or the languages you speak or spirituality, you know, there's everything under the sun. So I'm just so grateful for you creating an opportunity for me, you know, to help support my family and my mom and support her as she transitioned and through the ages, you know, so that we can stay on Maui. Because like the man that was on on American Idol. He talked
I
about being
know.
priced out of paradise, right? And it's a real thing. I've been here
It is a real
15
thing,
years,
yeah.
and so many people are not here now. In closing, is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience?
Yeah, I just wanted to say one last thing. So this whole thing, this whole market thing, wouldn't have been the way I feel so good about it without Kehaunani. So it's like from top down.
Yes.
Kehaunani, the way she carried herself and she handled herself is beautiful.
Yeah.
And if she was like snippy, snappy, people would be turned off.
Yeah.
But with her, I know I do. I have confidence. I trust her.
Yes.
And so I think I might be speaking for a lot of our vendors who love her.
Yes.
And when she, so it's coming from the top. The way she runs her market, the way I see it, and I feel so comfortable. I feel like she trusts me with the music too. Mm-hmm. So I feel it's the same way. So I just wanted to acknowledge her leadership in this whole thing. If you got a great leader like that, everything goes smooth. If you got a bad leader, things get wacky. So,
Yes, for
so
sure.
I thank her for being the person she is.
Yes. And is
Thank
there
you,
anything
Mitch.
else you'd like to say, Kehaunani, before we leave today?
I'm so touched by that, honestly, and I'm very humbled every time that I come to that market, and that's my refill. That is truly my refill. And we joke about it actually in the mornings, a few of us that come early, and we're like, oh,
yeah.
we're here. and it is like a place of just coming home. Again, this started with a vision of my uncle, who has shared many visions around here and made things happen in the community, and this is another one of them. And I'm thankful that he entrusted me to carry on this kuleana, because I look at it as a kuleana now. It's we all need to find a place, be accountable for some things, and I've never felt more happy saying I'm born and raised here in Kihei.
Yes.
And I know there's a purpose, and there's a greater purpose for the market itself, and it is bringing community together. The biggest requirement that I tell people is you have to have aloha, and I have said that before. If you don't have aloha, then I don't think this is the market for you. Okay. And I just I come as I am, and I love the fact that I can do that, and therefore I want people to just be themselves, mm-hmm. and come as they are, and there's no judgment to anybody. I like to treat people as people, because yes. Things happen, and things happen to us, and life takes a course sometimes. And so if I can be a little bit more understanding and compassionate to the people that are trying to do the same thing as I am, which is just trying to survive and take care of our families,
yes.
Then hopefully that'll make it better. But yeah, relationships are a big thing there, and we all got it. Yes. Everybody got the memo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Thank
that.
you. We love having you there.
I love being there. Thank you. Thank you for making a place for myself and my family. I have never really felt that. I've been a vendor for 12 years, and I've had all sorts of experiences, and I've never just genuinely felt like I was welcome there, and that's fine. I'm a big girl, but it feels good.
It does feel good.
It feels good, and so I'm so grateful.
Yes.
Well, Maui, everybody that's listening, I hope that you enjoyed the show today. What I take away from this, and I hope you take away too, is attitude reflects leadership. We talked about the different leadership styles from Uncle Keppa with his musical talents, and the leadership style of Kehaunani, running the fair and just running the family and everything. And it's important. So if you find that people have a bad attitude when they're around you, if you feel like there's something that you can change, you probably could. Start within. Don't look outwards. Kind of look in, and just start with being kind to people. If you can just start being kind to each person that you come across, I think everything else might start to correct itself, because each of us needs all of us. Again, my name is Auntie Taz. I'm so excited. It's been another Urban and Island Style episode. We'll see you next time. Aloha. Ahui ho. See. All right.
Hi, I'm Maggie McKinney. My business is called Soul Creations, S-O-U-L-E, because it's my middle name and it was my mother's maiden name. I'm carrying on the family tradition. I have been sewing for 62 years because she taught me how. And when I moved to Maui about 10 years ago, I was so moved by everything I saw here that my quilting has changed completely. I now make lots of wall art, which can be hung, table runners. The pineapple is a welcoming sign, and we are the Rainbow State. I make pillowcases, Maui glam bags, covers for your seatbelt, little purses, iPad, and covers, and wallets.
Okay, we're getting ready for another hula for you, folks. One of my all-time classics, a hula mako. Mako, ehuli mako ko maka ko lima, me kuki no e aloha mai, ehuli mako, ehuli mako ko maka ko lima. Cooking no aloha mai. Keep your eyes on the hands. Imua mako. Imua mako. Komaka kolima. Cooking no aloha mai. Mako, mako, komaka kolima, mekuki no aloha mai. Ihope mako, ihope mako, komaka kolima. Cookie no aloha mai. Ihope mako. Ihope Uwe makoko makakolima mekokino aloha mai haina hailo imai euli makoko makakolima mekokino aloha mai haina hailo imai euli mako makakolima mekokino aloha mai. Here's a song from a group called Sicilian Capono. Always been an inspiration to me. And I'm going to send this out to my sweetheart out there. Meet me tonight under the moonlight. Think of all the things that we can do. Down by the seaside with nothing to hide. There won't be secret lay alone. You and me together, looking for more good weather. We can make it last a long, long time, knowing that you're always by my side. Can I take you home with me? I just can't imagine going home alone. 'Cause I hope you don't think you're just another. Believe me when I say you're gonna stay. You and me together, looking for more good weather. We can make it last a long, long time, knowing that you're always by my side. Whisper softly, give me an answer. Need I only look into your eyes? 'Cause I'll make you happy. You know I'll gladly give you all the love I have inside. You and me together, looking for more good weather. Yeah. We can make it last a long, long time, knowing that you're always by my side. You and me together, looking for more good weather. We can make it last a long, long time, knowing that you're always by my side. Knowing that you're always by my side. Knowing that you're always by my side. Okay, here's another part of Mitch Keppa, the contemporary side of Hawaiian music. Everyone once in a while I like to throw in the blues in there. Man came up to me, tried to stare me down. When I looked at you, you were standing down. I don't know who he is, but I think that you do. Yeah, girl, who is he? What is he to you? Yeah, girl, who is he? What is he to you? I don't know who he is, but I think that you do, yeah. Who is he? What is he to you? Yeah, who is he? What is he to you? A man came up to me, tried to stare me down. When I see what is, what is he to you? I don't know who he is. I think that you do, yeah. Who is he? What is he to you? Who is he? What is he to you? Yeah, who is he? What is he to you? Early in the morning as I play at the market, kind of sets the tone for a real good mood. So anyway, I'm on the mellow side anyway. Have you ever seen yellow mustard Auntie? Always sun shines in the sky. Have you ever seen the dancing softly in the wind? Faded night. It's a happy kind of feeling. The sun's out. Blue-colored countryside help me see. Ain't you're beautiful. You are the song I sing. Everybody, you should see it. You got to feel it when you're riding down the highway in the sun. Everybody, you should see it. You got to feel it when you're riding down the highway in the sun. It's cool, refreshing feeling that I get in the springtime when the flowers often bloom. There's something to me that I can't forget. Yeah, that's there for you. Everybody, you should see it, but you got to feel it when you're riding down the highway in the sun. Everybody, you should see it, 'cause you got to feel it when you're riding down the highway in the sun. Everybody, you should see it, 'cause you got to feel it when you're riding